Well, hello and welcome back to Friday's shorter edition of Before the Four. It's digital host A.J. Wuest here, and today we'll go through a couple of our top news stories. We'll go through the latest forecast from Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis, and then we'll wrap it up with a little pigskin talk as, of course, it is now week 6 of the high school football season. But wherever you're watching Before the Four today, thank you for watching and spending just a bit of your Friday afternoon here with me. Starting things off with a story from 48's Matthew King earlier today. Matthew spoke with sports agent and attorney Tyler Mann on the University of Tennessee's recent decision to implement a 10% talent fee hike to help pay athletes more money starting next fall. Mann says he sees this decision as a new normal for college athletics and could soon come to Auburn and the University of Alabama. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Fans pay tickets to see them play, and I think it's okay that they share in revenue or they get paid to do that. I think there has to be some parameters moving forward to keep everybody in check a little bit, but it's nothing to be afraid of. I think it's an evolving process, and it's going to be really interesting to watch.
Certainly an interesting story there. But now in Huntsville, where plans for a new music venue at Ditto Landing has hit a snag. For at least 6 months, the project will be delayed. Now, 48 Sarah Grace Kennedy today spoke with Madison County Commissioner Phil Riddick, who said the issues stem from the overall cost of the project. Officials will now tweak their original design plans for the venue. Make sure to stay tuned for our 4 o'clock newscast to hear from the commissioner. And now out in the Shoals, this is a developing story as we're working to learn more. But out in the Shoals, numerous first responders are on the scene of a suspicious death in Florence. Now, several officers marked off areas along State Street and North Patton Street with crime scene tape. We are hearing from officials right now that it appears that the body has been there for a prolonged period of time, and investigators are on the scene right now working to investigate the body. But that is a breaking news story for you all. 48's Aria Pons is also currently on the scene to receive more information, and we'll be sure to update you as soon as we learn more. But now let's talk about the weather heading into the weekend. 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis has your latest forecast. How's it looking, Brad?
All right, AJ, overall, it's really quiet out there. We've got the isolated nature of the shower activity we expected, some isolated heavy downpours. They're not lasting long, and they should die out right around 7 o'clock this evening. So some good news there for your outdoor plans. High school football, just a stray shower, a possibility, 78 at 7. A warm night overall. Temperatures remain in the 70s most of the evening. Headed down to Talladega. It will be a hot one today, around 85, that is. There'll be 88 tomorrow. And 90 degrees for the big race coming up 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. Overall, our weekend forecast will include similar conditions Saturday, Sunday. But then Monday, that's the cold front. It's coming in, and it's going to make a big difference. As far as the tropics go, big category 4 Hurricane Kirk. That is going to stay out to sea. One thing we're watching, though, and we've been watching this for a while, is this developing area low pressure. Looks like it may get better organized by Monday. So here's a look at the forecast guidance here. Most likely this is going to have a big impact into Florida. As we get into Monday evening, more widespread rain into Florida while we stay dry due to the influence of that cold front. But something to watch if you're headed down to Florida early next week. Could see a named storm out of this after all. The heaviest rainfall totals, look at that. Orlando down to Miami, somewhere in there could see upwards of 10 inches of rain. A lot of wind along with that too, but nothing like that around here. Overall, a really nice but warm weekend ahead. But we all know fall weather returns next week. We'll be talking about that today at 4, 5, and 6.
Well, thank you, Brad. Some exciting stuff. If you're going to Talladega, like Brad was saying earlier this weekend, leave a comment. I'll be there. I actually will probably not be there, but if you're going to be there, leave a comment. That is what I want to know. I would love to make it out there one of these years. That is for sure. It sounds super exciting. I just don't have, I just couldn't get it in this year, but maybe next year. But now, before Talladega, of course, we got to talk about those Friday night lights. Some big games going on tonight. Our 48 game of the week. Now in week 6, the Athens Golden Eagles flying out to Muscle Shoals to take on those Trojans. A big game tonight, especially in that region. 6A Region 7, Athens is currently on top with an overall 5-0 record and 3-0 in region play. But Muscle Shoals is also 3-0 in region play, and overall they only stand 4-1. Their one loss came to Gadsden City, a 6A Region 8 school. So should be a good one tonight, that is for sure. Definitely gotta love the art of the rivalry, that is for sure. And a lot of rivalries tonight, in region rivalries, so that is super exciting. But also, speaking of Athens, the latest episode of Beyond the Lights Athens is now up on our streaming platforms. Make sure to give it a watch. Also, make sure to check out our website for the latest scores tonight from your favorite teams. We will update our scoreboard in real time as they come in, and you can find that scoreboard by going to WAFF.com, go to the sports section, and then sports scores. You're just not going to want to miss 48 Blitz tonight also for those football highlights across the valley, and also stick around for 10:30 for 48 Blitz OT, which will be streamed here wherever you're watching before the 4 right now. You'll hear from 48's Carl Prather, of course, and before that, I'll be giving a intro before he goes on, so make sure you stay tuned for that tonight. But wow, I cannot believe it. It is already week 6. Wow. A few more weeks, we're going to be edging into the playoffs. That is for sure, which is so crazy to think. It's like, I say it all the time. It feels like it was just yesterday. We were gearing up for week 0. So exciting stuff there. But shout out your alma mater. Shout out your favorite school or team here across the valley. Are they going to get the win tonight? That is what I want to know. But anyway, that is just about all the time I have in today's Before the 4. Thank you for sticking around for today's shorter version. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you download the 48 digital app, the 48 First Alert Weather app. And of course, it's Friday night, the 48 Sports Zone app. Turn on those push notifications and you will never miss a breaking story. But that is it for today's Before the 4. But of course, I want to thank you for watching. You all have a great night.